Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to Blast Off with Light. Today, we're going to make that charcoal factory that I've been promising you, but we're going to make it a little different than I had originally planned. So what we're going to do is actually make a Botania charcoal farm. So step 1, well, we need another endoflame. Step 2, we need an exoflame. So let's look that guy up real quick. Exoflame. Apparently wearing her black ribbons. So we need 2 red mana petals, 1 regular mystical red petal, a gray petal, and a light gray petal, rune of fire, which we've got, and a rune of summer, another seasonal rune to check off on our quest, which takes air, earth, melon, slime, sand, and a piece of living rock. So that's this right here. You've seen this part a couple of times, but it couldn't hurt to see it again. Well, I suppose it could, but it probably won't. So, earth, air, sand, slime, and melon. Hit it with the stick, and there it goes. Now these seasonal runes don't seem to take as much as the elemental ones beneath them, but once we run out of the elementals again, it'll be a little frustrating. And there we are. Oh, right. And then we, not wearing the hat. Place that down. Move away. And hit. There we go. So we have the rune of summer, a rune of fire, red mana, red mystic, light gray mystic, light gray, dark gray, regular. We need a bucket of water. And pumpkin seed. Ooh. Our jump boost is out of control. Okay, so that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fire and summer. That should be what we need. And there we are. Exoflame. So we've got an endoflame, an exoflame, and down here we've got what we need for a hopper hawk. Let's check that guy out in the book, because he's kind of fun and has a little bit of text that might be a little bit necessary. Well, let's read the exoflame too, just so you know what it does. Unlike its generating counterpart, the exoflame utilizes mana with means to generate heat. As a means to generate heat. Any furnaces nearby to the exoflame will be fueled and given an efficiency boost for the cost of some mana. Now this is, as far as I know, just furnaces. This does not work with, say, Flaxbeard steam power. It doesn't work with the generators that take coal. Well, that might be cool. You'll have to talk Vasky into doing that. Oh, right, the hopper hawk. Hopper hawk will pick up items around it, hence the hopper in the hawk. Giving it mana is optional, but it'll increase its range. Items picked up will be put into adjacent inventories, chests. Placing item frames in any of the inventories will specify which items can go in them. An inventory which has no item frame adjacent to it can accept any items, but labeled inventories will take priority. The rule using to sort items can be changed by shift right clicking on the flower with a wand of the forest. So basically you can change whether or not it filters by the item frame, if it rejects by the item frame, or if it just takes anything. Okay, so air, root, gray, 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 gray. Gray, 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 root, air, And pumpkin seed. Pow! Hopperhawk. So we need these flowers. We're also going to need another mana pool. Okay, and we will need another mana spreader, which I forgot to lay out the stuff for. No, we need a petal. Let's use a red one. And why do I not have enough living wood? Okay. So, cross, gold, and petal for another spreader. We got some dirt. We need a furnace. Do we have any cobblestone laying around? Probably not. Good thing we've got a good old-fashioned cobble generator. Hey! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go for the furnace. And there's one other thing that I believe I've read about in the book before. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's the open crate. What? Oh, it's probably planks, isn't it? So we only need 2 sets of those. And then we go like so. And we get an open crate. We can put some of that living wood back. I'll put that back too. Okay, so that, I believe, should be everything except what's over here already. We're going to need a hopper and 2 more chests. When I came back, this... See, it keeps forgetting what I tell it to do. I log out and I come back, and it's forgotten what I told it to do. So this automation might not work. I'll have to look into why it keeps forgetting that, but every time I log out and come back, it doesn't remember what it's supposed to be doing. I just want you to take things from the cart. It might forget every time the thing becomes empty. I don't really know. But if that can't do its job, this entire thing might be for naught. Or at least it'll end up being manual. But either way, down here is a fairly decent place to put the charcoal factory. So let's get to it. We've got an endoflame, which will take in charcoal and create mana. It'll throw it into a pool over here via this mana spreader here. Okay, so we're going to need the open crate right above this guy, such that it'll drop the charcoal on him. We should probably take our hat off for once this starts working. To get stuff into the open crate, we're going to use a plain old-fashioned hopper. Now that's going to pull from this furnace, which will eventually have things funneled straight down into it. But for now, we'll just put things in manually. Next up, we're going to need the exoflame will draw power from this mana pool to fuel this furnace. And then we're going to need a hopperhawk here. It'll put it into the chest. Oh, I know what I forgot. We need an item frame. Without an item frame, it won't know which things to grab and which things not. Let's see. We should have leather. Yeah. There's some leather. And there's probably some planks over here. And if not, there's wood upon wood upon wood. I need more than that. There we go. Now without this item frame, it'll pick up everything that gets dropped up there, including various zombie drops, and it's just bad news. One other potential problem. We need to get rid of these blocks, such that the chest can open. If the chest can't open, I don't know if it would be willing to put things into it. Okay. And then we put that on there. And then we're going to need some charcoal. Well, that's weird. Yeah, that was odd. I'm not sure if the hopper hawk put that in there. Actually, let's get 3 pieces of charcoal. Let's put our hat on for now so we grab it. There we go. So now we've got all the charcoal. We'll put one of them in this item frame. So the hopper hawk should only grab that. Pick up only items in frames. If we shift right click on it, only items not in frames, or any items. So we want only the items in frames. So it'll see a piece of charcoal, it'll grab a piece of charcoal. So that should be the entire thing sorted. We'll pipe wood into the furnace, it'll drop it, it'll cook it using the exoflame's power. Drop it through here to power the endoflame, to give it fuel, so it'll put some mana in our pool, which will power the exoflame to keep it in a loop, and the hopper hawk will pick up any extras and place it in this chest. But like anything, you gotta prime the pump. So we take off our hat, we toss it some charcoal, and it does some work. We should momentarily see up. Choo! Now it might take a little bit for it to have any significant amount of mana. There we go. So now, if we take oak wood from there and drop it in the furnace, it'll cook. And we want to get close enough that we can see the stuff drop, but not so close that we pick it up. And there we are. As it cooks, it drops it onto the endoflame, and the hopper hawk picks it up a few moments later. And it gets put into this chest. Eventually, you could pump things out of this chest to the places where you want it. I'm not sure what I want to do with all this charcoal just yet. I could feed it to more endoflames. I could use it to cook other sorts of things. I could use it to fuel generators. There are a lot of possibilities. But so long as it keeps getting a supply of wood, it'll keep making the charcoal. And it's pretty compact. I mean, for a charcoal generator, I believe the vanilla one is 2x3x3 instead of 2x2x3. Yeah. So I like this design. I'm not sure you can really compact it any more than this. There's one block that's not being used. And I don't think anything is superfluous, really. You don't necessarily need to use the flowers to make this happen, though. You can use pipes on the furnace itself to take the output back into itself and the remainder somewhere else, but I kind of wanted to use the flowers. I really enjoy this setup, and you shouldn't get much extra in your mana pool, but I haven't done extensive testing on that. So you might lose a little bit of the charcoal generating efficiency to generating mana, but I wouldn't mind having a little extra mana. I doubt any of you would mind either. Yeah, so once I run out of food again, I've got this grilled zombie brain stew. Going into some interesting culinary options here. But I wanted to do one of the quests from the book that is super easy. You just make yourself a gold ingot and submit it. I just never got around to it. Okay, give me your quest book. Oh, yeah, we might as well put the hat on. It's in Getting Started. It's right here. Just submit a gold ingot. You can get some iron or some seared brick. I can get myself more iron. The seared bricks are significantly more annoying to get. Yeah, so let's just get those. And then, yeah, the grout we've already done. So for the various automation type tasks, it'll likely be better to have a smeltery. So let's take a look. I would have thought they would be in here. Those 32 seared brick blocks. So I'm not entirely certain where they are. Ah, here they are. Whew. Thought they might have wandered off. Now, the reason I want the smeltery is because of the these diamond routing pipes, like I would want for that. The compressed diamond, not a huge deal. Ooh, don't crash on me. We don't have the mechanism stuff to make it nice and cheap, but the expensive diamond stuff I don't have a real problem with. The golden transport pipes, however, require obsidian glass, which I've got 2 of, but I'm not sure where I got it from. Might be from the other derelict bunker. And that requires molten obsidian. And that actually went somewhere. I wasn't expecting that to go somewhere. Okay, so this you can get from a crucible furnace, melting those things, but we don't have those either. But really, you set up a smeltery, you toss in some obsidian and it'll melt it down, and then you can bucket it out into the vats and dump the glass into the vats. And it's not even regular glass. It's complicated, weird, sandy, cooked glass. But again, that's not too bad. We'll possibly do that next time. So we'll set up a smeltery, melt down some obsidian so we can make the pipes to make this automatic. But again, if this part right here doesn't remember its job, I don't really know what to do, because I mean, can this guy just keep running forever? He's mostly out of charcoal already. Here, have a little more. So we might have to manually fill him up with charcoal and just take the items straight out of the cargo manager. That's probably the way I'm going to have to do it if the external distributor keeps forgetting what it's supposed to be doing. I don't really like it, but it can run a good long time without the solid fuel. So it goes. Oh, and I didn't really mention this giant pile of flowers over here. I planted my jaded amaranthus for a while. And, yeah, he summoned a whole bunch of friends. So we can just take our horn and go, pow! And we're wearing the hat, so they all fly around me. You just come over here. and hit all of the boxes, and it'll put them away. Like so, and they're all gone. Well, most of them anyway. And some of them ended up on the table. Let's see if we can take things out of the table. You can. If you shift right click, you can take things out of the table. Good to know. That's one of the dangers of keeping things around that interact with stuff that's flying around. Things tend to fly around with my fancy hat. You'll also notice I changed around this area. I moved Endo over here, so it's a little more compact. Let's take the hat off and give him another block of coal. He's been doing some really good work. Getting me all the mana I need for what I need to be doing. Why did you not take it? That's really strange. Oh, he's full. Why is he full? Maybe the mana spreader needs to be farther away from him? That's incredibly strange. I'm going to pick this up and move it. Yeah, that's incredibly strange. That or it didn't aim yeah, I don't know what would have caused that. But once we break this, he should pick it up. Pick it up. There we go. Apparently I needed to bind him to it. Did he have too many options? Oh, he might have been aiming at this guy. That's quite strange. But it should be good now. I don't mind having that up in the air. Still looks pretty cool. So that's a nice charcoal factory setup. It hasn't been running very long. Let's see how much it's done. Oh, okay, we're not wearing the hat. 59, so pretty much everything we threw in there, it has taken. Now, for some reason, I'm getting... Pick up only items in frames. I don't know how those saplings keep getting in my furnace. Very strange. So if you know why my furnace is getting saplings, let me know. Because it keeps getting them, and the Hopper Hawk should not be picking up any saplings. It's not supposed to. This guy's supposed to pick them up. And he's supposed to pick up these apples too, but he's not particularly well behaved. But that's all I've got for this episode. So I will see you in the next episode of Blast Off with Light.